Hello, greetings everyone, and good morning, afternoon, or evening from wherever you are listening to me within the world. And my name is Augustine, and I'm also known as the Simple Consultant. Now, today, the title of my broadcast is The Cashless Economy is on its way. Where do you belong? Light or darkness? Now, it's obvious that there are forces that are contending for the lives of humanity. And those forces are either on the side of good or on the side of evil. And it's now obvious that globally there is what you call a currency war. And this currency war is out to subject human beings into a state of misery or into a state of abundance. Now, it's a fight for your life, but you are the one that would ultimately give in to whichever side that appeals to you more. If you are a kind of individual that enjoys the mystery of your fellow human beings or subduing of your fellow human beings, then that means there'll be a side that appeals to you because you enjoy the mystery of others. And if you're the type that enjoys the well-being of others, the happiness of others, and the happiness of the entire world, then there would also be a side that appeals to you. Now, the side that I have come to talk about, we all know I have been doing this in previous times, but after some time, I haven't been available. Of course, everybody gets busy sometimes, and after some time, the person actually has some time to say something. And fortunately, these are one of the times I have to say something, and I would appreciate it if you can listen to what I have to say today. If you are coming into my broadcast for the very first time, please, I would appreciate it if you can subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up if this video, after you have listened, you liked it. I would really appreciate that. Now, we are not ignorant of what is going on across the entire world. And one of the things we all see going on around the world is what we call the global vaccination that the elites want to bring upon mankind. And their ultimate medium of control is the media, the conventional media, the media we all know, mainstream media. And they are taking their time to focus and then focus on individuals that are ignorant. Many people are ignorant. The bulk of humanity are ignorant. And it's a call that we've given out. We are still giving out this call that people should wake up. Now, I listened through the news yesterday that the European Union was able to purchase about 300 million worth of vaccines, which is C virus vaccines. Now, come to think of it, again and again, I have emphasized several times and done my homework also. Corona is actually common cold. And it's so unfortunate that so many people are going to be vaccinated against common cold. I am certain that if you are above the age of 5, you would have at one point or the other experienced what you call cold. And maybe at some point something went wrong and you became cold. And then when that cold came into you, there were some symptoms that you had. Now, when you check through those symptoms are synonymous. They are very, very alike to the symptoms that they say follow those who are um, suffering from C virus. Now, the bottom line I'm actually driving at is that do not take this vaccination that is coming. Listen to me, the vaccination that is coming has what it takes to depopulate humanity. Because these people are not going to do it one time. They are going to do it again and again and again. And they are going to give you all manner of false propagandas and false informations to make you believe that what they are saying is true. All that is required is accept the vaccine once. Once you have accepted it once, then I'm sorry, over the next 4 or 5 years, they are going to continue to roll out different versions of this vaccine. And these vaccines actually has its own goal. Its own goal is to what? Remove your humanity and then merge you with transhumanism. Come to think about it, when we're in the olden days, young people and people of elite knowledge, they used systems that were synonymous with nature. Some people rode on horses, some people rode on donkeys and the likes. And then as technology kept coming in, then cars came into existence. Technology started coming in. The commercial system of the world became advanced. Technology started coming in. Websites came in. Technology started coming in. Banking system improved. Everything now is on technology. And then some people are saying digital currencies are not real. Come to realize that the banking system is the worst scam that humanity has ever experienced. And a good number of us has been working with it. And we have so much subjugated ourselves to it because we do not have another system. In our Kringle private society, permit me to talk about it for a few minutes. You see, the only condition that the Kringle society is asking of you is to help us to grow this community into 1 billion across the entire world. This is all we are asking. There is nothing on earth that comes for free. Now, let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin started up, and how Bitcoin works is it builds on a particular system. It mines Bitcoins. But you see, the system is such that as much as more Bitcoins are being mined, then you would need a higher processing speed, a higher computer strength to mine more Bitcoins because it gets more difficult. That is the technology that was set up. And as long as you are mining, at some point you need to improve on your mining speed, or else you would not be able to mine Bitcoins. Since Bitcoin came into existence as far back as 2008 till now, Bitcoin's existence came in because they understood that the current system was going to collapse. And that was why, when we were at the face of recession, suddenly a system came in. Till tomorrow, we do not know the author of Bitcoin. I do not know. Maybe some people may know, but as long as I'm concerned, they say it's Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto the understanding and the wisdom of Satoshi Nakamoto, whoever they are, because they are still alive and they are seeing their system build. The system is built on truth. The system is built on sincerity. It is trying to create equality for mankind. While the central banking system, they are trying to subdue the whole world. Look at how they've been fighting against Iraq. They've been fighting against Iraq because Iraq didn't have a central bank. Finally, they subdued Iraq and then they instituted a central banking system. Now, every system in the world that doesn't have a central bank, what they do is they create false propagandas, they wage war against those systems, and then bring them into a state of control. And then they institute their central banking system. This is what you call wickedness, because they understand that as long as the whole world are under a state of debt, they are in control. The Kringle society are offering an alternative. The problem that you are having, if you are listening to me and you're a member in the Kringle society and you are not willing to build, listen to me. This system has been raised by God, and I do not think that anything on earth can subdue this system. This system is built to make sure that until it achieves its goal of 1 billion members, it won't stop. But you will choose where you are going to categorize yourself. Are you going to be among the builders, or are you going to be among the billionaires, or you want to be among the millionaires, or you want to be among the underground, people that are going to be employed? You are going to categorize yourself in one place or the other. Because as long as the Kringle society is involved, it is going to wage a war against wickedness. It is going to wage a war against evil. It's going to wage a war against these people that have subjugated humanity to the state they are in. And until it prevails, do not think that the Kringle society is going out. At the moment, a number of merchants may not be accepting it as a medium of exchange. They are not accepting it at the moment, possibly because this system hasn't come to the point where it is going to give you a choice. Because as long as I'm concerned, this system is soon going to give you a choice. Which system is that? I'm talking of this system that you are working in, which is the elite system. The elite system will soon give you a choice, and that choice is what you call the global currency reset. When the global currency resets, what is actually the global currency reset? Global currency reset simply means that as an individual that is you are, or as a government that you are, at some point you are in a debt. You are in a debt system because the system we are currently running on is called a debt-based financial system. At some point during your existence as a government, because the governments are the ones that are known to oversee the welfare of nations. I do not think there is any government in the world that is not in debt. The United States are owing over $21 trillion. That's so unfortunate. So that's something that I do not think they have what it takes to pay back. So what I'm actually driving at is soon they are going to institute what you call a global currency reset. That global currency reset will give you an option. Either you relinquish your sovereignty as a government and as a nation as a whole, and then they will forgive you of all your debts. When you relinquish your sovereignty, I mean your authority, I mean your power, you will lose everything. That is what global currency reset is. You will lose everything. When you lose everything, you will have nothing else that belongs to you. But in return, they are going to compensate you to make sure that all the so-called programs that you are finding it difficult to have, you are going to have it. And that system is going to come in the form of universal basic income. That is how it's going to be. And you see, so many people will jump at this offer. They are not aware of the underlying consequences of what these people wants to do. And when this thing happens and they find out that you actually have nothing, nothing that you have ever worked so hard for, you will possess it as your own. When you have that condition facing you, you are going to choose whether you are going to continue with a system that is going to make you a slave for the rest of your life, you and your children slaves, or you are going to switch into a system that will give you abundance, a system where you cannot track the person in any way, a system where everything is called anonymous. This is a system. That is why we are called the Kringle Private Society. You are and so many people do not even know what is going on. The IMF system are building a system, and that system is based on a cashless economy. That system is based on blockchain technology, but blockchain technology that is designed to enslave. Blockchain technology that is designed to enslave. Our system is building technology that is designed to free you from the shackles, from the control of these people. You are going to decide where you are going to be in a short while. And we are trying as much as possible to enlighten as many people that cares to listen. I hope you do not fall into the category that we do not want you to fall into. Which category is that? It is the category of what's being subdued. I am going to take my time now to show you a few things on our social media platform. That's called Noity Lover. I will show you some information that if you are not aware of yet, you can get yourself informed. And you can also take time to attend meetings because there are meetings that do go on there from time to time. It will be good that you attend these meetings. And as you attend these meetings, you will learn what is going on across the world, which you will never hear about on the social media. So give me a few minutes of your time. Let me go into Noity Lover and then educate you a bit more, after which I call it quit for today. Let me go into Noity Lover and then share my screen. All right, let me share my screen now. All right, I think my screen is being shared. Now, there is something I want you to understand. There was a time we had NSAS in Nigeria precisely. We were having NSAS protest. Are you aware that all the people who involved in NSAS, especially the major key players, at this point they are now being prosecuted. At this point, they are now being called to the court of law so that they would answer why they created what you call mayhem, and then they made sure that they organized their system and then they funded it to create more confusion in the world. It's so unfortunate, more confusion in Nigeria. It's so unfortunate that these leaders, instead of them to wake up to their responsibility and understand that the youths are tired of their wickedness, instead they turn around to start prosecuting the youth. So when you open your mouth to speak the truth, they are now against you saying the truth. That is the kind of system we are running now. And I have given out a call. The Clinical Society are giving out a call, telling you come out of this system because this system does not have your interest at heart. I'm going to go into this place now and take time to explain. After which I call it quit. Now, everyone that is a member in this social media, he or her privacy is actually being protected so that nobody will know who you are. So it is something that protects your privacy to a very good extent. And I think it's a good one. Now, let's go into the blog. All right. Now, these are some of the blogs. I've said this before, but just for emphasis sake. Now, these are some of the blogs that has been put out by Noity Lover and the management of Noity Lover. I want you to take your time to look through this content. I'm going to quickly go down to the last content of now. So many things. Let me start from here. Disobedience to an evil authority is the righteous pathway to freedom. Take your face masks off because these people want you to consent to their stupid agendas. It is your choice whether you want to accept it or not. Everybody has what you call a choice. Whether you like it or not, you are always having a choice. I hope you choose the right option. Another one, the C-19 tyranny is real and the fight for freedom is getting real. Take your time to explore this. I'm also going to drop my link in case you want to be a part of this Noity Lover website to get yourself informed. Now, expose Bill Gates in Africa. This is also the one of the major kingpins that has masterminded this wickedness. I am so ashamed of such kind of person. This person has wealth. Instead of using wealth to the better, to the good, for the good of mankind, this person uses it to hunt mankind. We are in a system, a kind of financial system where the billionaires are stepping up into becoming trillionaires, and the millionaires that are working their ass out to make sure that they step up, the elite system are pushing them down so that they become thousandaires, and then they do not have that status. They've worked so hard, and then they are devaluing our currencies, and then the money is losing its value, and then inflation is slowly creeping into the economy. Nobody even knows what to do again. That is why we are saying, come into the Gringo Private Society. You see, we are likely, you can liken us to Noah's Ark. You see, Noah's Ark was an instruction from God. He kept telling the people, join me in making this thing happen. Join me in making this thing happen. Join me in building this ark and forsake your ways. At this point, what are your ways? Your ways are the things that you have consented to, which is what the elite has put for you. There are so many forms of wickedness. It is difficult for you to find a good person, a righteous person that is making money in a godly manner. That is how bad this system has been. Whether you think I am saying the truth or I am saying a lie, that's your choice. Like I said, everybody has its own choice. But I have done my homework very well. And I have discovered that if you are going to excel now in our world system, you either belong to a cabal, and that cabal are the people that are going to strengthen you. But if you look at that cabal, those cabals are doing things that are wrong before the eyes of God. You see, people do not want to come into the right path. We are offering light to you. So many of you will have your own excuses, but why not come in and understand what we are doing? Why not come in and drop the intention or the minds you have and open your mind to the right thing that we are giving you? So many of you still want to stand by your own mindset. I want you to understand that the collapse is coming. The universal basic income is coming. A state where you will have nothing, and then everything will be under the control of the elites is coming. And when that time comes, I tell you must choose where to belong. Whether you want to stand with the path of light or you want to stand with the path of darkness. Some of you say the rapture will hold. I want you to understand that when it comes to the things of scriptures, I understand what you call knowledge of eschatology. God is not an unjust God. God would not punish the righteous and the evil together. The Lord is separating the evil from the righteous using this medium called the Kringle Society. The Kringle Society will reform the world for good. And after the world has been reformed for good, then that rapture will hold. And until the world is reformed for good, the Lord is not coming, except as an individual, you die in the course of time. And you are thinking that the Lord comes and then raptures the saints. How many saints, if it is raptured, if rapture takes place, how many saints are going to go to heaven? Do you think it is at the point where most of the people are into evil that God will come? No, it is not God's will that anyone perish, but that most and almost all come to the knowledge of the truth. It will be good that light was shown to everybody, and everybody will have an opportunity to experience the goodness that God is giving. I do not think that the goodness God is giving is masterminded by what these elites are doing. These elites are building a system on scarcity. They are giving money value based on scarcity. We are giving money value based on abundance, but you have to pay the price of making a commitment for the rest of your life. This is a lifetime commitment. This is what it takes to stand out in the Kringle society. Whether you are a billionaire or a millionaire, or you are an employee, for you to access your wealth, you have to make a commitment. Whether you believe this or you do not believe this, it is a system that has been set out. Nothing is going to change this system. Whether you say, I don't want to belong, at some point you will choose whether to belong to the path of light or to choose to belong to the path of darkness. And this path I'm telling you is not in the next 20 years. It's not in the next 10 years. I am talking of between now and the year 2022. I am talking of between now and the year 2022. You are going to choose because by next year, there will be a declaration of war on cash. And within a very short while from next year, there will be a total wipeout of paper money system. When that happens, what do you think you are going to do? When that happens, when banking systems becomes obsolete, are you aware that the banking system will soon become obsolete? Are you aware that the people who are employees of banks will soon be laid off? Are you aware that automation is coming into every system of the world, including airplanes, including Uber drivers, including the education system? Everything is going into what you call an automation and technology system. And this automation and technology system is going to replace human beings. You is a currency that is abundant, that you can use to fulfill everything that you have been called to this earth to fulfill. You are going to choose where to belong, whether this one or this one. I hope you are going to make the right choice. I want you to understand that God is not unrighteous. And until the knowledge of the earth, the knowledge of God fills the earth, the Lord is not coming for the saints. Prostitution is on the rise already. Wickedness is on the rise, and advanced fee fraud are everywhere. People are scamming each other. Wickedness is increasing every day. But realize that God has created an option. You are the one that will choose to work with this option. Just like we Christians say, Behold, I stand at the door of your heart. If you open your heart to me, I will come in and I will sup with you. It is Jesus that is saying this. And if you choose to open it, he will not force himself into your heart. The Gringo society is moving, and only those that chooses to align are going to build. But realize that everything in life has a price to pay. There is nothing like coming in today and then after a while you withdraw yourself. That is not how our system is designed. Our system is building in integrity, in meritocracy, in love, and in respect. But you will choose how to build on that system. Now, another one, doctor lays out the history of the vaccine scam. This is one of the things that people should get themselves aware about. The pandemic is a test run. The pandemic is a test, but if humanity doesn't properly resist this scam, then things will get much worse. These are some of the things that you should be aware. Billions of people will die before 2025 if we don't unite now and stop them. This is an information that people should be aware of. Let me look into it and then read through the content of it before I go into the next one. All right, this is a video. I'm sure YouTube has taken the video down. Yeah, of course, because they don't want anything that will promote self-knowledge, awareness. This is a system set up by the elites. The elites are saying, and I read, maintain which system? Which system are they going to use? Let us find out. They are now guide reproduction. Something that would make you impotent, and no matter how much you try to have children, it's not going to work. That's why they are intelligent the entire world. Why? Because they want to rule. These people are demonic. These people are satanic. I don't know the words to describe. I want to create a system where people will overwork themselves, and they're also going to introduce systems that will depress people, and then those people are going to be obese. If you look at the kind of foods that people are now using, fast food systems, fast food, you can't wake up in the morning, prepare your food, eat your food and go. To eat, give you, and then you eat, and then you lose yourself, you lose your weight, and you're actually going bloating out of proportion to make sure that people are held under a mind control system. Do not listen to the information that they are saying. Everything they are saying are lies. They are giving you lies, they are giving you lies, they are giving you lies. Unite humanity with a living new language. Listen, unite humanity with a living new language. This is what you call it is what you call a new world order, a one world order. This is what these people want to do. And you see, people see these things and they ignore it. These guys are not joking. They mean everything they are saying. And by the day, they are patiently bringing it into materialization. We are a counter of what these people are doing. We want to stop what they are doing. We want to buy some time for humanity. We want to prepare the church for the rapture, because until the whole earth comes to that one is up to you. As long as I'm concerned, there is one person I know who is faithful, and it is the Lord Jesus. And there is one thing that you should also know. If you are a responsible person, you should also be faithful. and our community is demanding faithfulness from you. If you want to build this community for good, then employ that system called faithfulness. Now, rule passion, which is faith, which is tradition, and all things will what? Tempered reason. I do not have people are evil. Beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite, but not a cancer on earth. Leave room for nature. You see, whatever these guys are saying, it's a twisted version of their reality. When you listen to them, you think that their interest is to help mankind. No, their interest is to help mankind. Their interest is not to help mankind. Their interest is to earn under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature, guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity, unite humanity with a living new language, new world order, rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tampered reason, protect the people and nations. They are not protecting anybody. Instead, they are dividing and scattering people. Now, this person is saying Ted Turner, aka RC Christian, a member of the committee of 300, erected the Georgia Guidestone they want you dead. You should take this, and they are saying it with all of 1.5 billion people worldwide. If you want help to resist the states from forcing you to get the microchip, do the following. Send this message to everyone you know now. Promise me that you will not get microchips. If you promise me, then sign them up and get them into a live Zoom training on the website. Click the green Live Now button at the bottom of the Noitilova website homepage. Now, tap this link below. Joined already. Now, this is this person's link, and I can also drop in my link. Now, there is no gain when a link is dropped. You don't give me any profit. We are only enlightening as many people as possible. The system is just designed in this nature, okay? Now, let me quickly go back because my time has been exhausted already. Billions of people will die before 2025 if we don't unite. Let's lock down the criminals behind this pandemic. And a clear example of how corrupt the system has become. Wow. Apply some logic to this. And then planned global financial collapse leading humanity towards the microchip. First of all, let's look into this one and then look into this last one. Now, apply some logic into declare facts. Simply apply some logic to this situation, and the solution will be obvious. Let's look at this. Now, this is actually a mirror, in case you don't understand. This is actually a mirror. And then they are trying to make you to think well. I am not going to play the video. If you want to be a part of us, take your time, watch this video. These videos are here to make you understand that these guys has their goal, and it's up to you to allow them to achieve it. The last one, planned global financial collapse, leading humanity towards the microchip. If you can, take your time to watch this video, okay? Prepare now for the global financial collapse to not get the microchip. At the very least, put some serious thoughts into this before it actually happens. Because happening, yes, it is imminent. I thank God there is TBC for us to support us. This is why we would support also TBC. Let us spread TBC to all. Sharing is caring and loving. Spread love to everyone. There are so many people that has made several contents and contributions. I hope you can make your own contributions. All right, I'll stop here for today. So I'll drop every content that you need to know on this particular training so that you can actually listen. And my brother Tindy, man, Tindy, I greet you. Greetings to you. Good morning. Great work, brother. Thank you very much. I do appreciate. Well explained. Thank you very much. Also, I do appreciate. We really need to wise up. Of course, we really need to wise up. Well, you see, so many people think that we are joking. So many people think that we are ranting. You see, I have this passion for mankind so that people do not get enslaved. You see, the problem we have is that most people are glued to the news, the conventional news, the normal news that we know. For those of us in Nigeria, we are talking about Channels TV, we are talking about AIT, we are talking about TVC. These guys are subdivisions of the elite system. The major systems, CNN, talking about Al Jazeera, talking about Sky News, talking about Fox News, talking about all these news. You see, when you listen to those news, there is a frequency your heart will be operating on, and it's frequency of fear. We do not say you shouldn't listen to news, but fill your heart with the right thoughts, because at this point, most people are living in fear. Most people do not understand what is coming. And if this microchip comes, listen, if this microchip comes, this microchip is going to be a system. They will advertise it on the media, they will advertise it on the radio, they will advertise it on virtually everything they can lay hands on, so that you will be afraid. If you don't go for the vaccination, then you are going to get coronavirus. It's unfortunate. Listen, coronavirus is actually a common cold. This is the truth. So thank you very much, Brother Tindi, and I really appreciate your work. You have been wonderful. You have been doing excellently well. Now these are groups of wicked people using our lives for games. Indeed, they are really working against humanity. Now you are telling the truth, and it's all a plan. I want to thank you very much for taking your time to be in my broadcast today. I am very, very grateful. Okay, let's hear your last comment. Yeah, many who think we are joking, and few others are experiencing the truth out of all we have been talking about. Yes, that's very, very true. Some people, in fact, the bulk of people are thinking we are joking. They are thinking that we are trying to, scam them, as some people will say. You see, I'm being very, very careful in the way I interact with people, because I do not ask them to involve themselves financially. I make sure that they read to understand it. But another thing is that there is someone that told me that the artificial intelligence are studying while the human beings are becoming lackadaisical. You see, people don't have this habit of reading. As a member in the Kringle Society, knowledge comes first. Now, I have taken my time to study that public notice. I've studied that public notice like 3 times. It's quite voluminous. I've studied it 1, 2, 3 times in our Kringle Cash under Kringle Society. Now, that thing that was done by Kenneth Scott, and then the other that was done by Paul Fisher. I have taken my time to listen to that thing more than 5 times. That's what knowledge is. I've explored every content. If you are talking to me about the public notice, quote any place or talk about any place, I can categorically tell you from where you are talking, which particular clause you are talking about, under the article of association, or is it under our mission statement or our public notice. Whichever one it is, that is knowledge, because I understand where I am going into, and this place is a thing that has to do with life and death. If I am on the wrong ground, the consequences is going to be death. And at this point, it is now very clear that there is a fight against the life of mankind. And I want to thank you very much, Brother Tindi. You have been excellent. Continue doing your work. And I believe God is blessing you in his own way. And and alongside with every other member that are going to come across this video, listen, you have to open your eyes and act accordingly because there is no more time. I hope you make a good choice. Now let me finish and and experience the truth out of all we have been talking about, which you can't find on all of the mainstream medias you mentioned now. You can't find it in on any mainstream media. Before the collapse of 2008, I don't think there was any media that was saying anything. All they were saying is everything is nice, everything is nice, all is well. The collapse came in. The next one that is coming in, I listened to Robert Kiyosaki yesterday. He said, please get enough gold. So for those of you who do not have gold, I want you to listen. If you're going to be a billionaire in the Kringle Society, you have to pay the price. Myself, what I'm doing is I am buying 2 years. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm buying 2 years grains of gold. 2 years grains of gold. That is to say, I don't know how the system is going to be when the collapse comes in, but everybody will be in a state of frenzy. People will be confused, and if there is no money in circulation and you can't get money again, what then do you do? That's why I am buying grains of gold up to the state of 2 years, which is 24 months. I'm saving for 24 months because I understand that in this system, it's going to become much more legal and formalized next year. If you are a billionaire in the community, you need to consistently build the community by paying your subscription fee. And if you are not able to do that the first month, the second month, and the third month, listen to me. Kringle coins belongs to the community. And if you are not holding it accountable, if you're not being accountable to those coins, I don't think it should be in the hands of those who are not holding it tenaciously. So what am I driving at? I want to build the world for good. And I understand the responsibility that is set before me. That is why I do not want to give chances to how the system is going to be. Robert Kiyosaki said, have gold. If you don't have gold, have digital currencies, the ones that will thrive. And some of the ones that I know that will thrive is Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't know about others. I don't want to advertise any cryptocurrency, but I understand that Bitcoin and Ethereum has a global use case. So if you're a member in the community, get enough grains of gold. I don't know how much of it you can save, but save and keep. I don't save much of my money in bank again. I am remodeling myself to make sure that whenever this crisis will come in, whenever they choose to create a universal basic income or crash the existing system, I am prepared for what is coming. And I know that Brother Tindi is also prepared. Every other person who is a wise Tibetian are prepared for what is coming. Thank you very much. I have taken so much time, but I really appreciate your contribution, Brother Tindi. God bless you. And every other person who has listened, God bless you. Do have a wonderful day. Till I come your way again some other time. Cheers and bye for now. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe and also give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. God bless you. Bye for now.